going on, guys? JonahPlayss here, and today this is going to be a hard video to make because I'm dedicating this video to my favorite YouTuber of all time as a kid, and the one YouTuber that made my childhood a childhood. I didn't get to have a childhood. I didn't. It was very rough and it was very difficult, and I'm not going to get into that in this video, but so I recently heard, and I mean today, on Thursday, on August 24th, Thursday, that Stampy will be retiring. So I looked it up, at least from his lovely world, and I looked it up, and it said, yeah, the series finale. And that's hard. It's all I had as a kid, you know? It's really hard. I loved this world. I loved getting to watch every week as people got put in the love guard, and how people just watched him build and his cake and Esther and Elfra Lee and the cave that he started in. And you know what? I miss getting him to come up here and this be Lee's room. In the room of no requirement. And he would walk out and he would come this way. And he would walk out and he said, the first thing I want to do is put something in my love garden. Well, today I do too. And you know, when I first joined watching him, there wasn't a downstairs area here. The upside down style, no. I loved watching his video on the ship. It inspired me to build my own that you guys have seen. You know, he'd go down here, and I remember the episode where he was battling hit the target in his ship, and the episode that they, I'm sorry about the flying, I don't know why it's so fast. Am I wearing boots? I don't know why it's frozen. But, you know, he'd go down into the submarine and he'd flip the lever and they would go on an adventure. And they lived up here together, Lee's side and Stampy's. And my favorite episode of all time, I don't remember the name, I'd have to go back and look. He went downstairs, you know, into his library. Or right here, he sat down. He set down 7 apples. And a thing of milk. For Santa and his reindeer. And then he went upstairs. Not this way. He went upstairs. And he would go all the way up to his clubhouse. And they did Christmas in here. There was a tree. Oops. I forgot I'm not in I'm not in survival. But there was a Christmas tree here where I'm standing, and they did Christmas together, and they did songs in the jukebox. And they came out and they did the race car, and the other presents that hit the target was in. I remember watching Woolly Elephant, you know, This used to be the music tower, and now it was his house. I remember that. And, you know, I remember him doing all the little mini games right here. There'd be the little target where you throw the egg or the arrow or something. And over here with the golem of the snow golem's house. And right now, you know, Hilda and Henry. And there's Henry, but I don't know where Hilda is. And he came down here. I remember this for the Christmas video too. He came down here, one more, into the kitchen, and he would make the chicken. It was in here. I loved cake as a kid so much because eating cake reminded me of him, and it was the one thing that made me happy back then, in a time where it was very hard. And I remember the episode where he found the friendly Enderman who would bring him things. And up here I remember his little enchanting secret room behind here. And the way it, you know, all the different stuff. And some of this stuff is new to me, obviously. I haven't been here for everything. There were some times where I couldn't, but I remember the farm. And I remember the lighthouse, and the igloo, and the hot air balloon. And I remember the rocket to the moon cheese with the lunar friends. And he would go up. It was one of my other favorite episodes. He would go all the way to about the middle. About right here. I think. Yeah, right here. I don't know why it's flying so fast. I'm sorry. And he would flip the controls, push a couple buttons, and boom, he'd be on the moon. And I always wanted to go to the moon. And I remember the cake bakery. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not usually this, you know, Stampy's hot buns. It was funny, you know. And he would make the cakes here, you know, and he'd have the little farm out back. His little pet place that he would go. And his fruit stand, the melon market, and the milk place, the little dairy, the crazy cow milk bar. I remember him building this. And the mail, I always loved it when he came to having a little bit of the mail. And let's see, where was it? Where was it? Is it this one? No. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't remember. The wishing well. I remember this. And Mittens' tree house for his little kitty, Mittens. And there she is. God. Oh. And the clock tower with the restaurant. And all his fun land. And all his games. I remember watching this one. I tried to recreate it even. Because it seems so simple, you know. You would get on the first little platform. I don't know why it is being difficult. You would get on the first platform. And you would do that and you would go, you know, as fast as you could. And Flower Power. Oh, this was my favorite one to watch. It was so, like, it was like a capture the flag. It was so cool. And I think there's one ride I think I need to ride at least one more time. Where's the boats? Boats. We go slow at some points, but you know, Stampy's for a shelter. It would be Stampy, and I think that was supposed to be Gregory. And the doghouse. It's lovely, you know, his love garden. Then you came in here in his bedroom, it was Lee Bear, and Stampy. Oh, my boat sank. I don't know why my boat sank, but okay. And like I said, see, look, the lunar friends on the moon. And all of his friends, Amy Lee, and Lee Bear, and Squid, and Hit the Target's castle. Again. There they are again. Hilda and Henry. Mr. Stampy, if you're watching this, I hope you understand, you know, I grew up in a harsh time. I really did. I had a hard time, and watching your videos was the one thing that I had, and it was very special to me. I remember watching you build your tree coaster and your creeper coaster and your putt-putt and the school, and I remember all those times. I remember that video where Lee had to go away, and I cried for like a week. I remember the little obstacle course you did. I remember your clock tower restaurant, your fancy restaurant there. I remember all of this. This is my childhood. It's all I had left. And I can still go back and watch. It's not like it's gone, but I never thought it would ever end like this. I loved Stampy. I still do, and I always will. I have his book. I bought Stampy's lovely book. It's in my closet or somewhere. You know, and you know, you had the police station and the school and the fire department, like I said, you know. There was just so much about him. He was so positive all the time. And you know, how could I ever forget? I know you're probably all yelling at me at this point about don't forget. But how could I forget the doghouse? Where is he? Where is he? Is he here? There he is. Barnaby. Every time Barnaby and him were to go together, I knew that it was special because Barnaby was the one dog that was special. All the dogs were special. He loved them all, but Barnaby was not one. Because he was the one after Gregory. I'm sorry. And he would take a dog and he would go out this entrance and he would go down and up to the farm. And down here, you know, he had his storage area and he had his, if I'm not mistaken, that probably was the slime farm unless he's got it built somewhere else. No, so that would have been the slime farm. But then below here, I remember he would have his super cool nether portal. Because it was like surrounded by like surrounded by like the lava and everything. And I remember when he went into the nether. Why is it all pink? But it was surrounded by like the lava and it was super cool. But I suppose the best way to end it is the way it started. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you know, if you watched Stampy, that you enjoyed it too. And I'll be reacting to the finale when it comes out soon. And I want to give the biggest shout out to Stampy. He inspired everything, all of this. What I am, what JonahPlayss is because of Stampy. I mean, I grew up just not having a lot of friends, not having a lot of people who cared and were not nice to me. And I watched Stampy and it felt like he was looking right at me and saying, you know, hey there you, come join me today and get away from it all for a little bit. And I did. I did. I mean, even my outro, the goodbye that I do with that little long, you know, the goodbye, that comes from him. He does that too. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Shout out to Stampy. This is one of those videos I'm not going to tell you to like or subscribe because it's not about that. It's not. But thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day or good night. And like Stampy once said, goodbye.